Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Hi. It's painting goo. Ha. Painting goo. Painting me. Painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. Oh, my spine knows its timer. Painting me, painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Alright, Myro, you marvelous monkey, you. Let's remind these mortars what beauty is. As the peeper, fire in. Painting goo. Goo, goo, goo. Painting goo. Oh, sip, sip. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. Let's painting goo. Hi. Painting goo. Painting goo. Sip sip. Oh, glorious. Painting goo. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. Alright, you petrified primate. Let's bring it home. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. If you're not weeping, you have no honor. Such beautiful music, prayed by such a stoic primate. Place a tip in the monkey's bowl. Click the link in the description and give me money to feed and clothe him. Why? Because I don't. He was sent by the Monkey King to vex me so. So I petrified his ass, and now he prays the piano for me and me alone. Greetings, my beloved Japanites and all you other filthy mortars with no fecking honor. Excuse me whilst I descend into proper painting goo posture. Glorious. Willkommen, Iokoso, Falcha, as we say our Squelge, to another glorious episode of Painting Goo, with me, your glorious host, Defenderoo, demigod of Painting Goo, and the Painting Goo posse. You have all met Myro, the piano-playing primate, already. Now, it's time for the feline. Garos! The bucketed feline. Formerly addicted to cocaine. Buckets of it. Force-fed cocaine by a Colombian drug lord, whom I sequestered him from. I saved him from a horrible destiny. And now, he reminds you filthy mortals who I can subscribe to Paintingu. Rest you have no honor, and I am forced to fling him at you. Have you had a tiger flung at you at high velocity? I think not. You would do best to avoid such things. A fringing tiger is a powerful thing. We also have Boris the bear, our resident cartographer, of course. Despite the fact that the glorious right of heaven often blinds us from the map. It's there somewhere, visible, vaguely in the distance. Not that it matters. It's a shit map anyway. Why? Because it's based on what they think. Ah, the people are here. Stabaru, as per usual, doing his job. Emmanuel Godsonu, welcome back. I'm back. Did you do your homework? Indeed! I have surveyed yourself and your wares. You seem honorable, yet you also seem to have a slight humorous appearance to you. I relate to this. I am quite the artistic bum myself, in many ways. There's something endearing about working out of a shed. Very Irish. I watched your interview with Gerard Murphy. Gerard Murphy. Gerard. Very Irish. Very Irish name. It's good shit. It's good shit. You are indeed welcome here, Emmanuel Godsonu. Your anti-woke is very welcome on Paintingu. Although I don't think I could bring myself to paint a penis on a man's face, I respect your skills in the art department. Emmanuel Godsonu of Kuroku. Max Beru. Demon Underberu. That reminds me, I saw something very gay yesterday and thought of you, Stabru-sama. Ha 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 ha. Indeed, Stabru-sama is a very gay, for he is Canadian. We all know the Canadians are quite gay. So gay, in fact, that the people are now asking to be euthanized. And the government is obliging them. Hilarious. Dark. Fucking really dark. But on a river, hilarious. I respect the chutzpah. Greetings, Defender, Suri Delta, Demon Hunter, and our chat. Greetings, Max Elbloru. Indeed, we share in the caffeine. I am occasionally, every second day or two, 3 days, I am still deciding. Weaning myself off of nicotine and caffeine shall be difficult. I love smoking. And I love coffee. The mere thought of not having a smoke and a coffee, especially post-food or pre-stream or post-stream or post-walk or halfway through a walk. Damn, this is going to be difficult. I beat up Silverado with a Quebec plate and a Canadian flag on the tailgate, but in Ukrainian colors. Ah. Definitely gay. Show us, pretty mortals, the meaning of beauty, you free-bitten poo-fringer. And the fact that monkeys actually throw shit is so funny to me. That's why Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is always going to be, just like Bloodborne, one of the best games ever made. Just those little details, you know. Not only are you facing a potentially undead, monstrous, giant white ape with only a katana and shuriken in hand, But upon slaying said gorilla, it fucking revives itself. And not only that, during the fight, it flings its shit at you. I love that game. It's a fucking brilliant game. I finally watched Dune Part 2 last night. It's good. It's entertaining, you know. It's really cool looking. I really like the audio, you know, the music and the sound effects and stuff. Like, I really like how the monks sound and like the Sardaukar and all. Like, it's kind of like synthy heavy metal Tibetan shit. It's cool. The whole like like it's cool as fuck. The Harkonnen or the Harkonnen or whatever they're called are really cool. And they're like a really good like artistic representation of like, you know, industrialism and fucking fascism and all these like ideological concepts and stuff. They're awesome. But there's still certain things I don't like about it. Like I haven't even read Dune. Like I'm not a big reader. And I haven't seen the original Dune from like the 1980s or whatever it is. But I can kind of I feel the modern shit in it to it. Like I, you know, there's a bit of girl bossing in it with that Zendaya bitch. Not much, but a bit. I don't know if I don't know if that was like narratively, you know. I don't know if that shit's canon, you know. But the thing that mainly I didn't actually like about Dune 2, is despite it being 2 hours and 45 minutes long, you'd think it would be a good thing that, like, you know, oh, this film is nearly 3 hours long. But it felt like I was only watching it for like an hour. You'd think that means that, like, you know, oh, it flew by because like time flies when you're having fun or whatever. I'm really entertained. But my experience with watching the movie was like it was edited way too quickly. It's like this happens, then this happens, then this happens. Now they're here. Now this is happening. Now they're here. Now this is happening. Oh, look, he's going to kill the emperor. Like, you know, it's like it moves far too quickly. It like you can clearly tell from how high the production quality is and how like good the cinematography is and like the acting and all that shit. Like there is an incredible amount of lore and world design and like, you know, world building and fucking like detail and backstory and all this shit. And it's just like boom, 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 Finn. And it's a visual spectacle, you know, an audio spectacle. And it's well acted, well performed, well executed. But it's like poorly edited, in my opinion. But that'd be the only thing really I have to say. But like no major complaints. Really cool movie. You know, definitely like, you know, like it's one of those movies that you're just looking at it and you're like, whoa, like some of the visuals in it are crazy. I'm off the coffee now as well. Feels good. My heart is not exploding every second. Yeah, like I fucking like sometimes like was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I got up after the stream and like I was just like pissing sweat like like from every fucking pore in my body. Like it was crazy. Like when I took my bottoms off, even like whatever about the t-shirt, like I took my bottoms off and they were just like wet. Like everything was wet. It was like Lee Evans. Do you ever see the comedian Lee Evans? And he'd be doing a fucking stand up, like, you know, for like an hour or some shit like that. Like a man fucking 20 minutes in, his suit is like a different shade. Like it's crazy. I used to love his stand up sets. They were brilliant. Smoke weed, Ginya. I've smoked plenty of weed in my day, trust me. How anyone thinks that dysgenic creature is attractive is beyond my comprehension. Who? The Zendaya bitch?
Man, I look at her and I just see like a child. She like is that just me? And the same with this Timothy lad. All of these like actors that are like hyper famous, and I'm not saying they're bad actors, but like they just look like children to me, and they're playing parts in movies that like arguably, well, I don't know. Again, I don't know the lore. I don't know the lore. So is Paul Atreides like supposed to be like fucking 18 years of age or something like? Because that's what he looks like. Apparently, he's going to release a director's cut down the way. Has 4 hours of footage to go expand the lore and backstory. Yeah, like, cause that's what it like. I was watching it and I was just like, this is really cool. And there's like so much effort put into this. Like you can just tell from like everything from the flags to the body armor to the environment to the like pretty for the most part pretty much seamless blend of CGI and real stuff, like props and set pieces and fucking god knows what else. Like it's incredible in lots of ways, but it's like vomited at you. It's weird. That's how it felt for me anyway. Like I would much prefer if it was like a fucking um oddly enough, with the way things are these days, I think that would have actually been far more successful as like if it was like 40-minute episodes once a week, like something like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones. Um I think it would have been way more successful in terms of like not only could you stretch it out, but like you could like you get where I'm coming from? It's almost like, like sitting down to watch a movie. Like I think the perfect movie is like an hour and a half long. They're not that long, you know what I mean? Like a movie's like max 2 hours, Like fucking Dances with Wolves is like 3 hours 15 minutes or some shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't remember fuck all of that movie. I just remember the fucking wolf was called Two Socks. Um, it's mad to me. It's mad to me how like they try to fucking fit so much awesome stuff into like and like you think to yourself, it's like, but it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's not a short amount of time. But like, fuck me, the way it's edited, like, it's weird, man. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. Um, I had to pause it halfway through and fucking make food and shit. Um, but it is really cool. But yeah, I would have liked it more fleshed out or whatever like that. Like, so I probably would really enjoy. Like, I was thinking that when I was watching it, I was like, I would probably really enjoy director's cut of this. That's like real long because like it's a really cool world to be in while you're in it. The worms, the tech. I love the way they do laser weaponry in that movie. It's very realistic looking. It's none of this pew pew, like, or like, it's not over the top like Godzilla, fucking kaiju laser beam blast, like, I'm a fire my laser, bah! Like, some of the laser weapons in it, they're real, like, just like, and it's like this tiny, almost, you'd miss it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because they're like, it literally does look like when you get some smoke and just like shine a laser through it in like a dark room and shit, but it's like in the middle of the day, so like you can kind of barely see it. I think that's really cool. It's a really like so the special effects direction, the artistic direction of of both the films, doing part one and part two, like they're really fucking cool. I love the fucking aircraft. They're like the fucking hummingbird shit, dragonfly stuff. Really fucking cool. Like even the fucking big refinery mining things that the spice mining things that the Harkonnen drop down, and then the fucking Fremen lads like burst out of the sand and all this. Now some of the combat is like that doesn't make any sense. Like the big battle at the end, where the fucking Emperor's orb thing comes down. That's not biblical at all. Like um, when his big orb comes down and all the houses show up and they do that big huge battle in this big kind of sand basin, looks like a dried up lake or something like. Um, that didn't make any sense to me tactically. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not claiming to be a fucking expert or anything. Like, far from it. Like, but like, even like, that's why I'm saying it is like even someone like me who's just like an armchair most things. Um, I looked at that and I was like, so you have all this tech, but you're still fighting on foot with big armies and like swords and shit. Like, I get the blades for them, like, because they did kind of explain that in the first one, where it's like all of them have these like electromagnetic personal shield things that allowed them to like flow and like glide, and like energy weapons don't work on them and stuff while they're active. So you need to get close with a blade, and it has to be like a slow move because that's how the shield works. It's like custard. It's like a certain kind of fluid where like the faster something hits it, the harder it responds, kind of thing. Really cool idea. But then you end up with these battles that don't really make sense, where like you have all these like huge lasers and like long range weapons and stuff, and like they like fire a couple of nukes behind them to kick up a lot of sand and send a lot of rocks flinging and shit, like, and it's just like that. The lore and the world building in that sense for me led to a big huge epic battle scene that was not only really short and underwhelming and anticlimactic, but it also didn't really make sense. It's like, oh, they're gonna land right there in front of us and we're gonna fucking flank them. Like he's like you can see them. They're like max like a few kilometers away because it's this massive flat sand expanse. And he's like looking out at them and he's like, alright, they're the big silver fucking ball thing. There's the Emperor. Right, let's make our plan of attack or whatever. Like, and they're literally like just behind the sand. There's like hundreds, thousands of them. Like, and he's like, oh, let's do this. Let's fucking go. Rebellion. Yeah, fucking up the ra. And they just like run at it. Like, so you're telling me you've a fucking floating Death Orb, Death Star fucking temple, like starship thing, and you can't see the lads like fucking hiding behind the sand down a few kilometers away with knives, like. Do you know what I mean? Like, and in one of the scenes, like, it's like a Harkonnen like battle cruiser thing, really cool looking. It's like this floating black egg yolk shows up to like, there's like 6 of them. They surround this canyon where a lot of Fremen are, and they just fucking level the thing. And I think that was a way cooler moment, and it's like halfway through or some shit. Because they were like, fucking cowards don't have the honor to like, come down and face us on the ground. I was like, I totally agree with that. That is, like, when you think about it, it's like a completely dishonorable way to engage in warfare, is to just like show up, like, because that's what the Harkonnen do in the first movie, is just show up out of nowhere and just obliterate the fucking, what are they called? The Atreides. And just like, all right, that family's gone, but then it turns out that the Emperor, like, fucking like basically okayed the whole thing, like, in some kind of like apathetic elitist globalist fucking style attempt to control the way things were going, because the Atreides were like, too rambunctious and rebels or some shit like that. Like, it's cool. It's really fucking cool. And it was executed in like a impressive visual and audible spectacle with decent acting and some cool moments. But it's like, it felt rushed, not fleshed out, and it's weird to me how they have like what appears to be like 2 teenagers as like main characters in a storyline that has like loads of old people and war veterans and shit that's been going on a while, and like all this stuff. You have these 2 fucking kids basically, like, it's weird. Yeah, the sniper intro thing on the top of the cliff was fucking cool as well. Like the way they just start getting dropped all over the place. Like the weaponry's really cool, tech's really cool. It's a really cool movie, and there's a ton of gravy in it. Like fucking Owen has fucking gone into Um, I thought it was really cool, the whole Reverend Mother idea, like, you know, and it's like um, the Empress or the Princess, the Emperor's daughter is like, but he's a psychopath, and they're like, that doesn't matter, like, you know, is he a controllable psychopath? Can we control him? That's what's important, like, you know, and like there's a ton of gravy in it. There's a ton of fucking esoteric shit in that movie. And it's really cool. Really cool movie. Would definitely recommend it, like. They did a mini series in the early 2000s, but it doesn't hold up. That's unfortunate, because like the IP itself is like really cool. It's a really cool universe. I really like it. It's like, from what I've seen, it's one of the cooler sci-fi things out there. You know, it's gritty, um, unique, cool, coherent, grounded in reality. To a degree, like to a large part. Yeah, it's good shit. Like, the producers and studio heads will never allow long run times over 3 hours anymore. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I like, you know, like, let the customer decide. I know there's people out there that would sit in a cinema for like 8 hours straight. I know there is, like, do you know what I mean? But like, it's like that's how you end up with that. It's just like rushing a game developer studio. It's like, oh, you said it was going to be released like this day, and now you're saying you need another 6 months. That's bullshit. It's like, that's not bullshit. It's like, you should. It's not that you can't rush art. You can. You shouldn't. You shouldn't rush art. If you rush art, it's never going to be as good. Like, you need to take your time, enjoy the process, because it's like, it's a lot of it's about energy. I suffer from a thing where like I procrastinate certain, like, when I'm doing certain like projects and stuff, because if I'm in a particular mood, I don't want that to show in the work. So depending on what I'm doing, I'll wait. You know, I'll wait till I have like a good amount of energy, or I'll listen to classical music instead of heavy metal, synthy stuff. You know, like rap sometimes, some hip hop shit. It depends. Like, I think it's one of the reasons I like Chris Gardner's content so much, and his like view on the on existence is like, a lot of it really is just like patterns and like repetition and cycles and like geometry and fucking, like, you know, really at a fundamental level. That's why I'm big into alchemy, you know, in a theoretical sense. Like, you know, it's become apparent to me that like shit is just like, it's all just alchemy, really, in a sense, which if anything makes everything more fascinating for me, because it opens up more possibilities. Like painting, getting into painting and looking at color theory and stuff like that, like, has been fucking weird and fascinating as well. Like, even the names of certain colors, like, you'd be surprised. It's weird, like some paints were like worth more than their weight, worth, like, they were like pound for pound more expensive than gold, and it's just a color, but it's because what has been used and the, like, the effort gone in to produce that pigment and then mix it with a particular material that it can actually be like it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, there's a part of me that's like, there has to be a simpler way, like, because there's so much color in nature. There's so much beautiful, vibrant, like infinitely diverse color in nature. But then when we try to replicate it, a lot of the times it's in, like, it's in a laborious, a labor-intensive task. Stuff like lapis lazuli and stuff like that, like, where it's like it's a mine, it's a mineral that you mine and shit and all. It's like, really interesting to me, like how something that you think that, like, you know, because you could go into like fucking like a pound shop or a $2 store or whatever you guys call them, like a dollar store, and there's probably going to be some paint there, you know, and it's just one of those things. It's like ketchup, like, you know, it's just like very common everywhere, like, you know, most places, everyday thing that you wouldn't think much about, like, you know what I mean. And I suppose phones have become like that now as well. But when you actually think about what happens to put that in front of you, it's fucking wild, you know. And what's hilarious is there's probably a way easier way to do it. We'll see how the third film goes. Maybe he will release the gravy cut after they are all done. Yeah, it'd be cool. Like, I heard the Snyder cut of oh, what was the movie? Was it the Justice League movie? Or, like, I can't remember. Was it Batman? No, it wasn't Batman and Superman, because they were all in it, weren't they? Fucking... Was it Batman versus Superman? I can't remember. Snyder released a cut that was like 4 hours long or something. That was like the version of the movie that he wanted to make or whatever, like, you know. And everybody that was a fan of that stuff at the time, like the DC shit still, you know, because the comic book world is like pretty much ruined, apart from the stuff that, like, you know, Vox does, like Arctoons and all them shit. Like, they seem to be like holding the artistic front line at the moment, which is really cool. But yeah, it's just mad how all that shit, like, it's mad seeing how bad it got, how bad it got and how quickly it got that bad, and now we're already starting to see, like, the pendulum starting to swing the other way and all, like, you know. And I'm like forever the skeptic. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, that's good, but, like, careful now, you know, because you know, it's just like a fight, like, you know, you don't want to overcommit and leave yourself open. Yeah, it was the Justice League movie, was it? Yeah, I heard a lot of people were like, "Oh, the fucking Snyder cut is like so much better," because, like, it actually, you know, it'd be the same with Doom, like, do you know what I mean? You'd be like, because sometimes it doesn't, it breaks the immersion when something moves too quickly, you know, even if it's really good. I just found myself when I was watching Dune Part Two. I found myself often being like, "Oh, now we're here and this is happening. Okay, fair enough." You know, like, it's not that I wasn't lost really at any point, but then again, there is a lot of exposition, you know, and, like, they do explain a lot of stuff and all, like, but then there is a lot of symbolism and shit, like, it's very biblical and esoteric and stuff, like. Um, I thought it was interesting how they get like, they get that blue fluid from the worms and they call it the water of life. Like, there's some gravy there, because I've heard, like, there's something similar in Bloodborne with, like, the insight stuff, where, like, and this is, like, from what I've heard, allegedly this is a real thing where, like, there's, like, cults that used to, maybe some still do, you know, in the dark corners of the realm. They used to, like, smash open babies' heads to, like, get to the inside of their brain, because there's, like, a fucking chamber somewhere inside the brain that holds a fluid. So your brain's, like, surrounded by a fluid, like a sack. And then within the brain there's, like, you know, different layers and chambers and folds and shapes and stuff. And then there's the stem at the bottom that also has, like, some, like, bulbous parts near the stem. There's, like, loads of different parts to your brain, like, you know. And, like, it isn't just a big wad of noodles, even though sometimes it looks like that. Like, brains are fascinating, because even though it does look like, initially, it kind of just looks like a big mess of folds and noodles and wrinkles and shit, like, from what I've seen, they're, like, perfectly symmetrical, which to me is, like, wild in so many ways, because, like, the rest of your organs aren't like that, are they? Well, unless you, like, maybe your lungs and your kidneys, because there's two of them. But, like, the brain's just, like, one unit, and it's, like, this symmetrical thing. Like, brains are mad looking. But apparently there's this chamber in the what's it called? The third ventricle, I think it's called. And there's, like, a fluid in there that, like, you know, some fucking dark culty alchemists used to, like, they used to murder babies and people, but, like, they used to, I suppose it was probably like, you know, in a lot of ways like handier to fucking murder a child than like a fully grown human in society. I don't like, you know, the logistics of it are like, no matter where you look at it, it's fucking horrific. But they used to smash people's heads open, drill into them, whatever, dissect them to access that fluid. And apparently there's like all sorts of like rejuvenating properties with it and shit. Which I'd say there is, like, you know what I mean? Like, just because this stuff is horrific and dark doesn't mean there isn't truth to it. Like, it's like, you know, I've heard if you eat liver, your liver will heal. Like, you know, it works like that with, like, you know, vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. It's like there's a code to existence. There's like these like markers and like synchronicities and patterns to existence where, like, it's funny how we all grew up being told don't judge a book by its cover, where like more often than not, if something like, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. However, because people deceive, and because we live in a time where like people have become like fucking master wizards at deception in lots of ways, you can never be, you shouldn't, like, it behooves you to be like, okay, it's probably a duck, but we don't know for sure. You know, like, the birds are fake. It fucking, like, because it like, most of the time, like, you look at a politician and you're like, oh my god, like, you know, fucking obese, ugly looking, and you got into politics, like, he's probably a wanker, you know, he's probably a horrible person, and chances are probably is, you know. But like, there's an exception to every rule. That's one of the things I find so profoundly fascinating about life, is like, you notice all these rules and like you apply them in life and you follow them and you're like, yeah, I mean, that is true. But then every fucking rule seemingly has an exception, because you also come across all the stuff that doesn't play by the rules, you know. And I suppose you could semantically argue that, like, there's just patterns and clusters of similarities and like parallel stuff, not necessarily rules, you know. But there's definitely rules. I mean, like, fucking, like, there's definitely, like, if I smash you in the back of the head with a hammer, like, you're gonna die. Like, do you know what I mean? There's definitely some rules are like fucking, I mean, like, you could technically still make the argument, like, you know, it's like, yeah, well, 99.9 times that you gotta smash in the back of the head with a hammer, like, you're gonna die. But like, some dudes have thicker skulls and some hammers aren't fucking, like, and some people are weak as piss and can't swing a hammer. Like, alright, am I caught up on the chat? Yeah, okay, grand. Right, so today we're doing the Conanator. You and your 48% body fat. I seriously think that's one of the funniest things off the albums. I got some new tunes, so, because I don't want to deal with any of the copyright shit for the next while, because I want to see if it makes a difference. Because when I looked at my videos, it's so funny. It's like copyright, not allowed in any country, not allowed in some countries, copyright, and then there's like one or two of them that's like, nah, that's okay actually. I'm like, okay, well, what did I do on that one then? What did I not say? And what did I what music did I play? It's hilarious. Like, navigating the Karen like behavior of YouTube and other things is so funny. It's fucking brilliant. I played the first few minutes of this one and this sounded really cool. These two I got sounded really good. Me like it. It's definitely metal. Painting goo 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 goo. I was thinking before the stream, I've run into an issue, right? Part of me wants to repaint this entire section because the rifle doesn't really line up well with his foot that is placed on, like, you know, where I'm gonna put Predator. So like this needs to be like fixed geometrically, or it'll drive me mad. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do today is just lay down a lot of white, which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes hurts because I've put a lot of work into it. Like, but that's what makes me laugh sometimes. It's like, you'll go so far down like a rabbit hole with a painting, be like, oh yeah, this is working, I like this, and then you stand back and look at it and you go, no, I hate it. It's like, just like, okay. So that's the first call to order today. Still dealing with it. Like, if my energy seems a bit lower today, it's because it's this fucking thing on my neck again. Like, it's like the worst cyst thing in my neck I've ever had. Like, it's huge. It was. It's not as big now. Like, it's nice. Like, it's nice and calmed down now. But like, it's like a fucking wound just I've been tending to on my neck for like 2 weeks now. Like, it just has me tired. It's like when you're playing fucking, what game is that in? It's like that bit in Prototype where you get infested with the parasite and you lose all your powers temporarily. You just gotta keep going, nigga. Das ist gut, ja, ja, ja. Wenn wir listening to metal, wir sprechen Deutsch, ja. Warum? Ich weiß nicht. It's just gut. It's just gut, ja. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing.
Painting go 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 go. Painting go 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 go. Painting go go. Painting go go. Oh, glorious. Painting Google.
I'm gonna put another layer of white down just to like lessen the amount of bleed through. As I'm pretty much gonna do like, you know, the same thing. I'm just gonna reposition it. Might change the aesthetics of the rifle a bit. Might actually look up the rifle on YouTube or Google and remind myself what it actually looks like. I approve of the tunes, ja, yeah. Das ist gut, ja. Sehr gut. And I got 2 of them, and they're copyright free, and they're like an hour long, so we're good for the 2 hours, hopefully.
Painting Google.
I'm definitely not going over 2 hours today. Jesus, I've already been doing this 45 minutes. Fuck. My Dune talk took longer than I thought. You see what happens when I rant about shit I like? Never get any painting though. Don't get me started about fucking video games. And how much I wish I had a gaming PC now so I could just download a load of shit. Like, man, I like, the more I think about it, the more I want to like review all the games I think are like fucking amazing and should be played if you haven't played them. A surprising amount of people hadn't played Devil May Cry before 4 and 5. And even, like, I think even more people became aware of Devil May Cry when 5 came out. Which is a pity, because Devil May Cry 1 is a fucking legend of a game, like. So is Dead Rising 1. They're both made by Capcom. And, like, that's why I'm so pissed off right now. I can't believe they fucking ruined Dead Rising remake. Like, because Capcom's after doing such a good job with the Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4 remakes. Like, they're really cool. I really enjoyed 2, and I haven't played 3 and 4 yet, but, like, I'm looking forward to playing them, because they're beautiful, and they're mechanically, like, technically really good. So for them to, like, destroy Dead Rising with a lot of woke shit is just, like, heartbreaking. But, you know, like I said the other day, you can't win them all. The recent successes of Space Marine 2 and Black Myth Wukong will just have to do. Wenn die Waffe schlecht ist, segnen Sie sie nu. Was hast du gesprochen, meine Bruder? Capcom was the GOAT for so long. How the mighty have fallen. Yeah, man, Capcom, like Street Fighter, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Marvel vs. Capcom, I think is made by Capcom, isn't it? Like the Devil May Cry series, Dead Rising series, because there's like 4 of them, isn't it? But the first 2 were really good. It's just a pity, you know. It's just like, it's like when you started to see the woke stuff get into Warhammer. It was like, oh lads, no, not Warhammer, no, don't do it, like, you know. But like, I mean, if you can, it's just up to the people involved, like, you know. I mean, look how far Ubisoft has fallen. Ubisoft is so trash now, and they had the audacity, the nerve, the neck, the fucking dishonorable, disdainful, soulless, fucking unmitigated gall to say that fucking Skull and Bones was the first quadruple A game. What a bunch of faggots. Like, ugh. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Did you mention me? Yeah, I said a little bit, yeah. You'll have to go back. I can't remember. What does a kitten have when she can't sleep and can't stop eating? She has I have a feeling Coddington would appreciate that joke. Painting Google. Painting Google. I wouldn't be surprised if like, I'd say this shit is AI generated, but it's fucking decent, like, you know. Right, so I'm gonna fix the rifle, and then like I'm gonna have to keep looking at the screen to make sure I get the angle of the, like, I want it to actually line up, you know, proper. Because when I looked at it before stream, I was like, that's bent. When the gun is bad, redraw it. That's hilarious. Repainted derp. No, but redraw it works because you draw a gun. Think about it, like, you know. Draw! You know? It worked, like. When the gun is bad, redraw it. somewhere Coddington is peeing in his pantaloons laughing and he doesn't know why. How funny would that be if like every time a pun comes into existence, Coddington just pisses himself. So like every time he involuntarily pisses himself, he's just like, oh, really? Like, that would make him hate puns. Like, oh, that's hilarious. Oh shit. Nearly had a spillage in the village there. I'm gonna let this dry for a bit. Well, I say let it dry. Gonna make it dry. Painting goo, painting goo. There's still loads of work in this, like, you know, there's still like we've gotten, you know, the placement of things down, and I like how cartoonishly Buffy is and stuff. We've made good progress on like the Terminator side of his face, but like I'll need to like rework the Conan side of his face to make it look proper. Crashed helicopter's decent looking. Like, it's a background piece, so it doesn't need to look great, you know, looks alright. We should put a company name from one of the movies, like, we should put Skynet in the background or something. And I need to look up, that's what I was going to do, actually. I want to look up the superhero toy from Is It Jingle All The Way, and I'll put that in the dirt somewhere. And then we'll try and think of other stuff from the movies that we can throw in. Painting, go 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 go. Painting, go 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 go. Painting, go 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 go. Eraser. The EM1 railgun. Oh Jesus! I didn't remember what this thing looked at all. Fucking hell! It's actually fairly realistic looking for its time. When you think about when that movie was made, like, it's actually pretty realistic looking. Yeah, it's got that big, like, 50 cal style, what are they called? Like, not compensator. The muzzle on the end of the fucking barrel. And it's not as green as I thought it was. It's actually kind of like, it's that military desert camo, like that really pale brown. Like, it's slightly green, not really though. And then the rest of it's like, you know, grey paneling and stuff. There's no picture of the little pack that it connects to with the wire. So but there's ones with scopes and without scopes. I'll put the scope on it. I already had like a scope on the fucking thing and all it. Part of me thinks I should probably put... Should I put Predator down first and then try and line it up? Maybe. I don't know. Painting. Go, 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 go. Ah, John O'Shea. Welcome. Oh, painting. Yeah, the weather's been fantastic. Mr. Freeze, ice going for the win. That would be cool. I think the more metal thing is blowing Predator's face in with a fucking with the railgun. But it would be cool to do the freeze gun. What if I did it like a Hindu god thing where I just did another arm coming out of him with the freeze gun? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like Goro out of Mortal Kombat. Like I just put like fucking. I'll put like, well, not like Goro, because they'd be here. You have me thinking now. We definitely have to put Skynet in somewhere, though. Definitely. We should probably just put it on one of these buildings here. Yeah, part of me does want to fucking... I'll vaguely mark down where I'm going to put Predator and the angle I'll put him at. And that will make it easier to line up the rifle. Painting, go, 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 go. Painting, go, go. There's a glitch in the Matrix. I killed a fly in my hand and another one respawned seconds later. It spawned here. There's a fly fucking going around here. What do you call a dog that does magic? You call him a labracadabrador. Poofed. Oh god, it's so bad it's good. It's like Starship Troopers. What do you call a dog that does magic? You call him a labracadabra. The fact that like poofed is in the end of the comment, like. Oh god. Painting. Oh, this one's kind of genty. Hell yeah. Okay, I need a mix. Well, I don't need to mix, but no, I'll just get the palette out. The palette! Get me palette out! Fucking. That's not what people from Kulak sound like, is it? You're from the north side. Alright. From Dublin. Fucking like. Do I sound like I used to be? Like, do I still sound Dublin? Emmanuel? Because you're the only one that'll know, really, like. I have a weird accent. I sound scumbag sometimes, but then the rest of the time I don't. Depends on what I'm saying. Or who I'm talking to. If I was hanging around with some of my old friends again, I'd probably say like I'd fucking like constantly like the fucking bleeding stupid thing. Oh, there's the fly again. Right. I'm just gonna get a grey out for the moment. I have grey, don't I? It's kind of a purpley grey. It's like a grey lilac. Right, and I'll just line everything up and then fill it in. Well, I suppose I was about to say it's not very opaque, but I don't really need it to be opaque. Just need to. I'm gonna tilt it a little bit. to make it a little bit easier on myself for the moment. Especially when I'm lining something up. I want to be decent, like, no. It's palette. Me palette is shy. because I pretend to be like a Japanese demigod on this stream. As much as I can, anyway. I fucking, as you can tell, I like slip out of character like all the time. But we call it speaking Japu here. We're like, everything is Reich instead of like. You know, like, switch all the L's for R's and put oo on the end of everything. So instead of live, laugh, love, it's riv, raff, ruv. And like, instead of palette, and instead of palette, you know, I'd put some goo on me palette. I call it a parrot, because he's changed out the L's for R's. So when I'm speaking Japu, I must road the parrot. I seriously should do a painting of that one time. Of just a parakeet just being road killed, like, just paint everywhere. Oh, I love wordplay. It's so funny. It's one of the simplest forms of humor, and like, it doesn't require a lot of thought, really. Like, you know, you get some hilarious shit out of it. So if it's going pretty much, it's pretty much all going this way. Yeah. So if the barrel, if I do the rifle, the barrel's going to be like here, or does it need to be that big? That's what she said. No, I'll put it back like here. I'll put the barrel like there. Yeah, that's big enough. That's also what she said. Painting goo 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 goo. Predator's gonna go there. It's lined up in that sense now. And I had his other leg like... Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo.
I remember. Welcome to painting goo.
Painting goo goo. Painting goo. Where will I put his leg now? We'll put his leg more like on his belly. Oh, that's beautiful. Painting goo goo. No, yeah, that's probably a better idea. If I had... Right, so this leg's here. If I put the other leg out more straight, like similar to the way I had it before, I can actually have him standing. Oh, this definitely isn't AI generated. That's Signals. That's hilarious. That's actually one of my favorite fucking... I love this. This is by a crowd called Signals. Yeah, if I could put the foot here, and I'll put Predator's wrist blade coming out here. So instead of him standing on his chest, he's standing on his wrist blade and shooting him in the face. Perfect. Okay. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo.
Paint. If there's no lyrics, make your own.
Although, these instrumentals are sick.
Paint.
What do you call a black fortune teller? Negrodamus.
Painting goo 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 goo.
My brother is a 6 Dan in some Japanese shit. He speaks My brother is a 6 Dan in some Japanese shit. He speaks Japanese. I love that. They're like... It's not like, you know, my brother's 6 Dan in like Kyokushin Karate. It's like, my brother's 6 Dan in some karate shit. It's not even some Japanese shit. Oh, I love it. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. He's 6 Dan in some Japanese shit. Painting goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. What are you all having for dinner? Is this a setup for a joke? Because if it's not, that's a really weird question. Painting goo 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 goo. Should have seen the fucking steak I made myself last night.
Paint. Goo.
You know a steak is fucking good when I bother taking a photo of it. Because I generally hate people who take photos of food. But I have actually fallen victim to it myself in the last few years, where like I make something that's like so fucking badass and like delicious looking, where I'm just like, I mean, fuck it, I mean, flaunt it if you got it, right? Like... I'm gonna get the rifle shape down right now. So I'm gonna use... There's a green there that I can use for the moment, but I'm gonna have to make... Wait. That mustard colour is kind of similar. It is kind of a mustard colour. It's like a pale mustard. You know what I'm on about? Like, it's not military green, it's military brown. It's like that desert camo shit. But then, some of them are green. Yeah, like that one's fucking green. I probably shouldn't do it green though. It'd probably stand out more if I don't do green, because there's so much green. Right, okay. What colour is this bitch? Some yellow ochre. Yeah, this will fucking do for the moment. But she's very fluid. This one's really fluid. Yeah, that's a bit too fluid. Input. That needs more goo, that does. Yeah, I think it's a very important question. Food is important. You're not wrong there. I mean, like, you've got me there. Like, I don't know what am I having for dinner tonight. Probably, like, may or may not be lasagna, but it's probably going to be baked potatoes and chicken and broccoli bake. The chicken and broccoli bake is like shop bought, but I'm gonna be like making the baked potatoes myself. Not that it's hard to make baked potatoes, mind you, you know. Had plenty of food last night. Still trying to put weight on. Denmark Bear and his protein powder. Despite it being incredibly delicious and me missing it a lot now that it's all gone. I didn't actually put on a lot of weight, like. Which I thought was funny, like, you know. When I looked at the stuff, I was like, surely this'll fucking... Nah. It's hilarious. I'm just gonna need to start eating like a fucking fat bastard. When I get to 13 stone, then I'll be happy. But I think I'm gonna have to get there like through muscle alone. Because like in the last like couple of years, I did put a stone on. Like I was like even lighter. I was like 10 stone, which is like way too light for a guy my height and size. And then I put on a stone, and I do look a lot better, you know. But I'm still really lean. But if I get to 13 stone and I don't like put any fat on, like I'm gonna look so jacked. It's kind of stupid, like. Although that would be hilarious for PEINTEINGU. If I did a PEINTEINGU like ad or something, like, and I just open the kimono and I'm like ridiculously jacked, like. Oh, that'd be hilarious. What's this thing look like now? Can you look at it? It's really basic, bitch. I suppose, like, the main thing I forgot was the foregrip. But other than that, it's really basic, bitch. I'll make it, like, thicker than it's supposed to be. Barrel's going there, so I'll end it there. There's the first handle. Like, bring it out here a little bit. Foregrip there. Is there a clip in it, yeah? It's actually such a boring looking rifle that I have to keep looking at it and being like, what does it look like again? Alright, so never mind that. I'll put the fucking foregrip like right under the barrel. And the fucking clip. The clip will come out like this. And we'll put a scope kind of like folded up on the side here. Cable will still come out the side of it here. Yeah, I'll end it there. We can extend that a little bit. Just have it blasting right into his face. Oh yeah, the handle's supposed to go the other way, you gobshite. So. Alright, now we have everything placed, kind of, so I can start making it look better. But I need to make that, like, dirty, pale green colour again for Predator. But I suppose I could do the helmet first and work my way around that. only issue with having all of these pre-made colours is like I've got so many of them I forget what some of them are. It's at least lined up a lot better than it was. Too early to tell, it's 11 AM here. Who's the bog dweller that came up with stone for measurement? What kind of stone did he use to decide the weight? I know, it's hilarious, isn't it? The wife's tender stone. Oh, fuck. What kind of stone? I know, like, that shit's gas, isn't it? Like, this shit's a little bit more opaque. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be like looking at it. I need to get the placement of the eyes on the helmet right, and then as soon as I do that, it'll pretty much like just fall into place then. Painting goo goo goo, painting goo goo goo. This screen will do for the moment. It's a bit too dark, but I want him to be a little bit clearer in my mind. So it's gonna go straight through the helmet. So like he's like here. His like pecs are like here. Like the arm coming down here. Wrist blade there. Do his hand here. Wrist blade there. There's the other arm. We could put that hand in front of it, trying to protect his face or something. Painting goo goo. So that's his foot there. So his foot is blocking his hand and the wrist blade this time instead of like on his chest. It's lined up better. The only thing is, like, it's gonna be a bitch to try and fill in the background now. With the missing, like the in-between bits. Probably should have done the background first again, like, you know. But I wanted to make sure I got the where all this lines up. And so far so good. I could even extend this actually. Just looking at that now, I could extend this out and he could be like gripping the barrel, and like the thing is literally like the second it leaves the barrel, it's like blowing a hole in his head. Do that, like. Right, now I'm gonna try and fill in some of the background now as well, and that'll allow me to, which is, it's basically just brown, like, you know, so fill that in. Painting goo goo goo.
Remember, if you're not paying for Paintingu, you have no honor. Click the link in the description. It also feeds my monkey. Just the monkey. The rest of them don't get fed.
Painting goo 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 goo. The rest of them so far have been very, like, modern and, like, dark and, like, very heavy, which I like. Immediately, this one sounds more like 90s or early 2000s. That's actually, like, that's so funny. I picked this up thinking it was a dark brown, but the second I mix it around and the pigment kicks in again, it's actually a really pale brown. Shit's so funny.
It's fucking frustrating sometimes, but
funny.
painting goo 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 goo. Oh. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Gonna get me black out for a minute. I used to... Actually, that's hilarious. I haven't done that bit in ages. There was a bit I used to do on the stream where it was like, I couldn't find my black paint. And I'd be like, where's my black? Here, black! Where's my black? I can't find my black. See? Here, blackie! Like, and I just pick up some black paint. Like, I found my black! Like... I haven't done that in fucking ages. I'm not taking the piss when I said that I want to bring back some of the old stuff I used to do. I'm just like, I've done so much shit that I forget some of it, like, you know? I need like a reminder of some of the bits and stuff, like, because I don't write anything down. I don't, like, nothing scripted. It's all just like, I just do it. The amount of shit I've forgotten.
Okay, so his eyes should be like here. Roughly. And then the fucking... Like, already looks like Predator, but you get the idea of it. Still plenty of work on it, like. I just like setting everything up so I know where it is, and then you can go back in, like, you know, and do the details and shit, like. Make it look better. So the wrist blade would have like extended out to roughly like here, because wrist blade's like here, so it would have been like out here. His hand is there, and then the Conanator's foot is here. So that's actually turned out fairly well. Now we just need to fix everything up. So if the gun could actually fit, yeah, the jeans are going to show up more than they did before, actually, I think. They're at a different angle. Managed to make good progress considering it's completely a complete overhaul of a large section. Did it fairly quickly. Like his legs are going to be around there somewhere. Like if his torso ends roughly here. I mean, his leg's actually a bit high, but this one's in front, I suppose, isn't it? Like, don't get me wrong, the proportions don't have to be, like, perfect on a painting that is, like, clearly a piss take, but it'd be nice if they were, you know, pretty good, like, you know? Just because it doesn't have to be fucking awesome looking doesn't mean it can't be. Yeah, like I should probably put his crotch in, which is hilarious. But that'll make it look like yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Because it kind of looked like he had no torso for a second. I'll have to fix that layer. The black paint likes to hide like it's dodging child support. I ain't going to no canvas, nigga.
Oh! God's bless me. Painting. Painting goo 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 goo.
Yeah, I want to get like 3 distinct greys going because it'll make the metal parts look a bit better. The face is alright for the moment. But I need to get like a light grey, a mid-tone grey, and a dark grey. And so far I've got a light one. It's not very opaque though. I suppose I can work around that. Right, we'll do some work on the gun. Painting good. Painting good. Painting good, 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 good. I really do love mixing colours. So satisfying. Watching shades change in front of you, like. It's kind of orange. Chicken and beef skewers and barbecue, teriyaki and smoked elder. Ooh. Oh, how dare you tempt me so. Just having sausages. Bit of Denny's. Or is it Galty? I like sausages. Even though saying it out loud makes me feel gay. Can't beat a fucking steak though. That sirloin I had the other day that I did perfectly medium rare and shared it in the chat. Oh, so good. Sounds like a fucking Christmas song. Painting, goo goo.
Ah, Denmark Baru, welcome to Paintingu.
Daddy, would you like some sausages? Yeah, like as a blatantly heterosexual male saying I do like a bit of sausage. Just feels gay, like, you know. It's like the stuff the other day when I was like when I was doing the woodwork, well not woodwork, when I was doing the garden work, you know, like tree work with Pruner Bear there the other day. Like the weekend just gone, and some of the stuff that was said was so funny, like, you know, it's fucking like, remember to use the full length of your tool. Well, sometimes short stroking works, you know. I don't know about you.
Painting, goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Hey, Woo. How are you? Painting.
Mayhem Macy's missing out on all the metal. She was so excited for the metal. Painty goo goo, painty goo goo. Painty goo goo. Painty goo goo. Oh, Gypsy Bear? What's wrong? Is he okay? Surely he's grand. Like, that dude fucking crushes, like. What kind of life tribulation could that nigga not deal with, like? That dude fucking crushes it, like. Builds fucking houses, for fuck's sake, like. Painty goo goo. Painting goo. It's coming along grand. It's gonna be fucking hilarious looking when it's finished. Set that up real quick. Oh, gross. Painting goo goo. I kind of want to move his hair out of the way just a little bit, so I have more room to work with the eye. And make the eye in there, and then I'll put the hair back over it later. Yeah, I don't have to paint white over this thing, but basically I need to change the colour of this thing as well. The little battery pack yoke for the rifle. Redo the cable and stuff. Painting goo goo. 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 Goo goo goo. Doo 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 doo. Doo doo doo. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. Was ist das?
Ein Advertisement! Scheiße! Die Juden kommen!
Hans, hand me the Flammenwerfer. Where's my... This isn't my tunes playlist. How dare you? I still have 9 minutes left, you fuck. I need my tunes. There we go. This is the other one I found. Ooh, shit. What the fuck? What in God's name have I done? There we go. There we go. Lost his nan and uncle, and then his employee crossed him. Ah, Jesus. Ah, no way. The fuck does it? What the fuck did his employee do? Just fuck him over? With, like, resources, money, some shit. Like, that's fucking horrible. He'll be grand. Gypsy Bear's a fucking warrior. Gypsy Bear is an absolute, like, crush fucking machine. That dude is. Like, I just have so much respect for anybody who, like, legit can, like, build a house from start to finish. Like, they're the fuckers that, like, survive shit. He'd be grand. It's unfortunate to hear, though. Okay, so that... move his leg in a little bit here. I might put the foot up a bit even more. Paintingu. Paintingu. Painting goo goo, painting goo goo, goo 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 goo, goo goo goo. Painting goo. arcade mode on Ace Combat 5. Yeah, man, some video games have like amazing like loading screen music. Like, how hilarious is that? Like, it's like, check out this tune. Oh my god, it's awesome. What's it from? Tekken 3. Like, I played the Bloodborne soundtrack before on this, and like, it's amazing. It's one of the most beautiful and haunting things I've ever heard in my life. Like, it's crazy cool. Wait for that. Oh. Right. Need to wrap it up. They do goo goo. They do goo 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 goo. They do goo goo. They do goo goo. They do goo goo. Oh, I've heard that before.
Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Right. We are making good progress today on painting goo. Very good. But, as all good things, painting goo must end. At least for today. So, my beloved Japanites, and all you other filthy mortars, if you have enjoyed painting goo, please consider paying for painting goo. Click the link in the description. You can pay for painting goo in many ways. I have provided you mere mortals with a plethora of ways to pay for painting goo. Stickers, mugs, t-shirts, or just straight up cash. I shall return the same high-octane painting energy. You've never watched paint dry like this before. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. GMT. Be there! Or find yourself shamed by our ancestors. Filthy mortal. Until then, be good, be true, and above all else, be beautiful. And I shall see you soon. Sayonara! And pay for painting goo!